Bang! Kneves Knives. I'm Jared, and here we have a set of a knuckle knife, basically. It's a knife, knuckle combination. Now, I'm not saying it's the most practical or anything like that, but we're going to get into it and check it out for practicality and see what it's really actually about. So, we have a titanium knife, or titanium handle, with a button lock. The blade is a 14C28N, and one of my favorite parts is the middle finger. It is done by Rattlesnake Designs. I do like the 14C28N. This is the only part of the edge right here. So, and then you have like a poker, flathead, you can poke with it, you can scrape, maybe use it as a little flathead screwdriver. Now, the problem with it, before we talk about it as a set of knuckles, is that it locks closed. So you have to push the button. You can't swing it either. It's tight. It's a tight action. So that's not that great, because you'd have to push the button, then pull it out and roll it out, or push the button and pull it out like that if you were going to use the blade. So that kind of sucks. I do wish I could just reverse flick it or roll it out one-handed. Now, that's because this plunge locks it closed. Right now it's locked. You have to push this button, and then it disengages it and allows it to open until it locks up. In the open position, it is rock solid, though. I'll give it that. This is feels like a very strong lockup. Here is the stop pins. And then you have the plunge. So between the plunge and the stop pins, that is what is locking it open. You can actually see inside there the plunge engaging and disengaging. Long, full titanium back spacer. I do like the micro milling. It does seem like it's built fairly well. Now, the next issue as a set of knuckles is that your fingers don't fit the best. Like right now, if I needed to get rid of it very quickly, my finger can slightly get stuck in there, which will lead to a finger getting broken. So you want to be able to release this, if you have to, very quickly. And when you pull it all the way up to here, you see how my fingers are spread too far apart? It's spread way far apart, so I would never use it like this. You already have a huge chance of breaking a finger using knuckles in that type of situation. With these, you'd want to carry them in the front and hit like this. Possibly like this, but, basically a downward smacking motion like that, not like that. Now, here I have a set of knucks. These are made out of koa wood. Shout out to Hawaii Knifing Gear for making this for me. Awesome dude. He does have a channel, and he makes things out of koa wood, which is you can only find on his island in Hawaii, or only in Hawaii. That kind of koa wood. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous wood, and it's super lightweight, but extremely strong. Now, these fit how they're supposed to. So I could hit just, regularly with my fist. I don't have to hold it down here in order to hit. I can hit downward like this, like that. And either way, even with a comfortable set of knucks, I still have like a 50-50 shot. I'm getting a broken finger. It's just the way using these are. So that's, you just got to take the risk, I guess, and when you're in certain situations, a finger might not be that big of a deal considering the situation. Something like this, you are even more likely to break a finger, like far more likely. And it's a lot weightier, so it's a lot heavier, probably quadruple the weight of this, if not more, probably like 7 times the weight, which can benefit you a little bit, adding a little weight to your hit. But, considering how far apart your fingers are and everything, like I said, you'd have to do it like this, and then there's still a strong likely chance that it's just not going to work out the best. And then holding it like this, you see how it's pokey right there. So you're going to want to, hold. It's just weird in the hand. Opened up, This is a bit more comfortable like this. You know, and I guess you could poke, slash, you know, maybe in a reverse grip, possibly. I just don't see this working for basically nothing. With this one, like I said, you know, you can maybe go down, poke, slash, but it's still not the most practical compared to something that is practical, if you guys know what I mean. But it's fun, and that's where it's at. It's fun. It's cool, it's unique, you don't see it every day, and it's built very well out of premium materials. You know, out of the titanium, 14C 28M blade steel. It probably has bearings going around right here, and it does have a button lock. So there's a lot of cool features to this, and this just in a collection is badass. Like I said, you know, it's just super unique. It's not, you don't see something like this every day, which I can respect. Just practically, you know, in a practical situation, it's not going to be the best choice. Far from it. But it's fun, though. And then that's kind of the beauty of it, you know. I think it's pretty cool just for that reason. And it does have strong lockup. It does, like I said, it feels very well built. It feels very strong. I don't like, though, that I can't flick it. I hate that. That's the worst part about it. I would way rather be able to reverse flick it and then get it into action. But I guess the way they're looking at it, or I don't know if this is the way they were looking at it, but, you know, you're going to be using it as a knuck, and if you want to use it as a blade, get it out as a blade like that. Just double hand it, you know. There's no clip. I did not get a sheath or anything like that, so I don't know where you're going to carry it. They do sell sheaths for these, for your hip, so there is ways to carry these, if you can legally even carry them, because most places don't allow you to carry them. But yeah, you know, just out of the cool factor, man, it's definitely going to get like a 9 out of 10 for cool factor. You know, between an 8 and a 9 out of 10. You can technically, you know, hold it in other little grips if you were going to use it like to open things up. If I was going to cut open a box or something, I could do it with this edge. And the edge really isn't bad. It did come with a really good edge. TWOSUN usually does pretty good edges. And they did a pretty good job with this considering sharpness level. How long it'll last, you know, it's a factory edge. They usually don't last very long, but it's still nice and sharp considering. This little point right there does kind of get in your hand if you're going to use the choil at all. But, you know, like I said, it's not built for comfort. It's built for cool factor. And in that case, who cares, right? You know, this thing does kind of spin right here, I noticed. Then this one would be you'd unspin one of these sides like this to take it apart, take off the scales. We got 3 pieces here. And I'm guessing there's loose bearings inside here. That's what I'm guessing, because I can't imagine a cage of bearings going right there. I don't see any phosphor bronze, although it's tight tolerances. I'll give it that too, man. It is very tight tolerances. It looks like a giant phosphor bronze washer, but I think that's just the cage they made for the bearings. Very interesting. I actually would like to take it apart and see what it's like on the inside, but I'm kind of nervous too because I guarantee there's probably 200 bearings inside there, and I don't want little tiny balls flying around everywhere. I already got that issue. Obviously a joke. But no, I don't want the ball bearings to be flying all over the place, and you know. So, but there you guys go. Just a quick look at it. It is very unique. It's not something you see every day. I don't think there's very many of them made. I think that the designer got a couple of them, and then the rest of them were sold on eBay. And I'm not sure if there's even any left, or if it's just a rare piece. To my knowledge, it's a pretty rare piece by TWOSUN from the designer. So, you know, if you have one, you're lucky enough to have one. If not, I doubt they're going to make any more. I'm not sure, though. It does have nice big hardware. And like I said, man, this thing is built very, very solid. So there you guys go. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.